SJH Miles. I'm gonna jump right into it. It's been a minute. I've been busy, structuring my business. Had some things take place that we're gonna cover in some videos with some drivers. Real life situations, man. I had to kind of make some changes, and as an owner, we make these hard decisions, and it's up to us to actually make them decisions and consult with our people that we work with our teams and everything. So, from the carrier side, we ran into some issues with drivers, having some issues, but we're taking care of it currently, working on that. But I wanted to do this video, man. I haven't done videos in a while. So next week, starting March the 20th, I will be releasing a video every day of the working week concerning logistics, concerning dispatches, or just me blogging, just having fun. I want to actually grow this channel. Very small channel. We started off from 0 subscribers. We've got a few subscribers now. I do owe an ebook to the 100th subscriber. If you know who you are, if you see this video, shoot me an email at dispatch@sjhlogistics.net. And I will reach back out to you and send some things over. Also, the ebook is available. We also have it where you can book a consultation call. And with the consultation call, you will get a free ebook with that consultation call. So that's something that we offering, man, trying to help out, trying to help people, get on their independent dispatcher journey. The one thing I will say, I'm not going to talk you to death because I hate long intro YouTube videos, but get started. That's all that's holding you up, man, is getting started. My idea of the company, you're being an independent dispatcher yourself. My idea for my company is a business, and it adds on to my logistics business. So it works for me. So I wanted to share some things with you guys, man. You guys see my screen. I still use sticky notes to kind of go through the things that I need to do. The video that I'm doing right now, this is going to be part of my Finding Carrier series. The one issue that I find on YouTube is that people are telling you about being an independent freight dispatcher, but what they're not telling you a lot of times, or a lot of things, they're not revealing some things on how to find carriers. One of the things that I wanted to show you is, again, I'm thinking of a person who's starting out, a single mother, a person who's changing their life or whatever. They don't have much marketing money. They don't have many funds to actually put towards the business. They're building a business up. And if you follow us through our ebook, you'll be building your business from the ground up as a business, not just a dispatch business, but to put you into a position where you're running properly, to be applying for funding and business funding and things of that nature. We work with helping people do that. So we want you to be set up the proper way to where your business is legitimate and it doesn't look like just something that someone's doing. So we put a lot of money into this. I'm going to actually cover what I spent and everything. So I wanted to kind of give back. So what I'm going to cover on this one is going to be box trucks. I'm going to be honest with you. My dispatchers, they love working with box trucks. We work with box trucks. We have a box truck team. I'm not really fond on box trucks. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I started with box trucks. I know where the game was at. I see where the game is headed now and how the market is. So I'm going to be honest with you. The issue that I have is that a lot of box truck owners, they lack knowledge in the actual field. So their expectations are something of someone on YouTube that's providing a false life to them and only showing them the good. And they also don't understand how things work. So before we do this, again, this is me doing my part for all of my box truck dispatchers. This is going to be the quickest way for you. If you're starting out from zero, we're going to act like I'm starting from zero. I have no carriers, just started my dispatch business. I want to get some trucks. I'm going to be honest with you. It is possible to go out and first starting, and I know a lot of people that do it, and we've been able to do it, and that's, getting bigger equipment, 53-foot dry vans, reefers, specialized equipment, things of that nature. But starting out to learn a game, once you learn everything, if you're trying to get carriers, the box truck market is going to be something that you can utilize, to build income around your business, but it also is going to give you knowledge on how to dispatch, because there's going to be so much, that you will dispatching box trucks will prepare you to dispatch other types of equipment. So when you move from box trucks and start accepting 53-foot vans, that will be a lot easier because there's a lot more loads to choose from. And it's a little bit easier to actually get those loads booked out. My favorite is going to be, my specialty would be flatbeds. But I work in our company, we made changes within our company. I'm no longer personally dispatching only a few carriers. We have teams of people. So we have a fleet team, a dedicated lane team, and we have a box truck team as well, that just dispatches and works with everything, box trucks. So today I'm giving love to the box trucks. We started with box trucks. So this video, I'm gonna put in the actual title, get carriers fast, box truck carriers. This will get you box truck carriers. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it to another level. Again, my company's grown from 0 to growing to having, 11, 12 employees, not counting the drivers. But we have at one time we run a total of about 15 dispatchers, but now we're running with a little bit less because we're rehiring. We restructured our business on how we will be dispatching these carriers out of the pool. But our biggest goal is that we provide something different, a different experience to these carriers. And so I want this just to be mind blowing. So we're going to cover all of that in another video, but we will cover right now finding a carrier. So this is going to guarantee you to get you some box truck carriers, but we're going to mix it in. We're going to use a little bit of AI and we're going to run through it. Okay, let's go. So this is what we're going to do. I'm starting out from 0. I have a dispatch. I'm an independent dispatcher and I'm starting out on my own. This is for everybody that's starting out. You're having trouble finding carriers. The very first thing that you need to learn how to do is to talk to people. Sit down, write out a script, understand what questions you need to ask, when you're talking to people. We'll go over that in another video, but starting out, we want to basically show what we bring to the table, how we're going to assist the carrier, and with partnering with us, we'll bring to them. I will tell you this, my goal, because I'm experienced, and so for our actual dispatchers, the goal is for them to average $1,000 a day with our box trucks at minimum. Let me explain, because a lot of people are going to see this. The pros are going to say he capping. You're absolutely right, because our goal is to average, I'm going to say that again, average $1,000 a day. We also want to know the numbers of that actual carrier, their cost per mile, but we know with minimum, what I want to try to do, if they're over the road, at minimum, a box truck should be able to, even in this market, if they're strategic using Amazon and a couple other little strategies that we give you guys, they should be able to gross, not net, gross anywhere between $4,000 and $5,000 a week. That's just if you're playing around, right? But it also is going to depend on your driver, the home time, the areas that they will go to. Let's cover this. When you're doing this and you're looking for carriers, you're going to see a lot of carriers that are going to be coming out of dead zones, Floridas, your Washingtons and things like that. So be prepared to have a plan and be strategic with these people. But we're talking about finding carriers. We're going to look for box trucks. We know the box truck market is different. So I'm going to give you guys a secret. We're going to make a posting, and this is going to turn, instead of us actually cold calling, we're going to convert these leads to warm leads, which means that they're going to contact us looking for the services, but we're not going to just do it ourselves. Again, I like to integrate AI into a lot of the things that we do. I'll show you guys that aren't computer people, that you're not tech savvy, this is going to be super easy, and you can use this for everything. So I always tell you guys I'm a big proponent of Chat GTP. I don't know if you've use Chat GTP for, say something down in the comments. Let me know how you like it. Is it worth it? And what you're doing. So one of the marketing things that I'm gonna show you guys is that with Indeed and using Chat GTP, right? So we're gonna go from our Indeed profile. If you have to, build your profile, I'll do another video on that. But for this one, we're gonna act like we already have the Indeed profile set up. I have an Indeed profile set up. You can see I just did a posting for a box truck, and we're going to redo this. This is what made me redo this video. I did a 26-foot box truck owner operator March 14th, and I've had 10 people, and I've contacted all of these 10 people. I will show you what I do. Again, I run a company. We all have access to different things. We have a sheet that we use so everybody can see exactly what I did and who I called. We also have that for carrier tracking. We track double brokers. We track brokers. We track, the links that we use. Everything is there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make another posting, but we're going to do it from scratch. But we're going to use AI to help us do this. So what I want to do, the first thing that I'm going to do, and we're going to follow up on this as well, we're going to click post a job. We already have the Indeed. It's set up. We'll go through another video, but I was just feeling this, so I did it. So rock with me, right? So we're not going to, you can use a previous job as a template, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to start with a new post because we're going to use AI to help us go through this. These steps that I'm giving you guys are very important, right? If it's done a different way, I'm not an expert. I will tell you that sometimes what we're trying to do is we're going through this as a new dispatcher. I have nothing. I'm not putting any money into this business. I'm not putting any of my money into this business. But the first thing that you can give to the business is that You give your integrity, your honor, your hard work, and your dedication. That's going to be your first form of currency, meaning that you vow to yourself that you're going to do great business, that you're not going to do anything outside of the law, anything that can, potentially harm these carriers or their business. Your authority is a big asset. So you being an independent dispatcher, you first have to be a very responsible person. You have to be an honest person. You can't have any traits of being someone who is not attentive to detail. You can really mess someone up. So understand that this is a serious position. This is a serious job, and this is a serious, things that you're doing. So starting out, we're going to look for box trucks. The first thing that we want to do, we want to be free. We don't want to post this. I've done this and I've had to pay, but it brought me a lot of carriers. I won't lie. So I will say this: if you have money, posting it on there and putting a budget on there will bring you carriers fast, right? But we're just looking at someone. I don't have anything. I'm going to reiterate that. I don't have anything. I don't want to put any money in there or anything. So I'm going to say the country is the United States. The language is English. The company name is SJH Logistics. I'm going to be changing this. My company is changing, but my dispatch will still be SJH Logistics, but my carrier side will not be this. Job title. We're going to look for owner operator. / independent contractor. Here it is. Number of people I want to hire. Let's go for 5. We'll say we got 5 roles open, right? Which option best describes the location? This is where it gets tricky. Typically, when I was making this post, it was only allowing me to put, the city where it would be. So if I put United States, it wouldn't go through. If I put over the road, hybrid, remote, general location with limited area, in person or precise location. What I want to do is I want to say remote, because they are carriers and they're pulling out of wherever they're pulling from. So there's nowhere required to have a specific location. So we're going to select no there. I'm going to put remote, so this way it'll cover everything, right? Anybody can apply. You don't have to be in a specific area. I've made the mistake of placing it in a specific area, and I only get applicants from that city, right? And so what we would do is we would go back in and we would post another post, and I'll show you from another city. And so instead of doing this generally will bring me carriers from all over the country, the United States, right? Are employees required to reside in a specific location? No. We're going to save and continue. So for us, and we're being honest with everything, full-time, part-time, contract, temporary, that's what we can call this. We can say that that's there. What type of truck driver type? We're looking for owner operators, right? I also will put here that we're going OTR, and we're not going to go dedicated right now because this is with box trucks. So I'm not looking to do dedicated right now. I know what type of calls these will bring. I will also put regional. We can also find people to find work local depending on where they're at, but there's a lot of footwork that goes into that. If we have brokers that we work with in that specific area, we can help them. But again, I'm not selecting these things. We do offer dedicated lanes, and we also offer local work. But the thing is, people that don't, especially when you're dealing with box trucks, that's why I want to cover this. Everybody will contact you. People will think just because they have a truck, you can call and get them a dedicated lane. That's not how it works. And we'll cover that in another video as well. So for me, with this, I'm looking for over the road, right? I'm going to put home weekly at minimum, right? So this is what I'm looking for. This is just mine. You select what you need. Now, my range, right? I want to go per week. And then, like I said, if I'm over the road, I'm going to say 3,000 to $9,000 per week. And I'm going to tell you why this is legitimate, because we've had, and I can show the proof that we've had a $9,000 week. We've had more than that in a week before, but it just depends on where the market's going, where that truck, excuse me, where that truck is located, and where that truck was moving around to. Now, the one thing about it is that what comes with this is where the YouTube confuses people. The $9,000, when I say that, this is not going to be something that's easy. You do have times where you may run into the right lows at the right times and catch everything, and it can add up. You can also, what we like to do is, the name of the game with running up the box trucks, and people are not talking about this, is running partial loads, selling the space on your truck. Every driver that comes on with us, we automatically tell them that they need to have a tape measurer. That's one of the requirements that we have on that truck. Reason being is that we have them take a picture of the load once it's been secured. We also have them report the amount of space that they have left. And then we also, we remove the weight and make sure that the weight is actually set. This is all done in the systems that we use, the technology that we use, but we use that so everyone's aware and we keep everything moving forward. It's a lot of ways to make that 9,000. The other thing is that it's a lot of ways to make money in that box truck. I hate to put a number on it, but if your driver will stay out, the way that we were successful, we were lucky enough. One of our drivers, shout out to Anthony, he actually would stay out, weeks at a time. So what my specific rule of thumb is, when I'm hiring a driver that's in a box truck, it's not specific to if I'm running a flatbed or a drive-in or anything like that, is that you want that box truck driver, depending on what type of money they want to make, you have to put a plan into place. For me, I've noticed that when I'm able to get that driver to run over the weekend, let's say if he goes home every 2 weeks, I get that one weekend so what happens is that the drivers that will stay out over the weekend, we're able to actually pick up a load, Friday or Thursday and have them deliver it Monday morning, and they're ready to go again Monday. And so they may go home that next weekend. So I just want to make sure that we covering that and that we speaking to that. The money that box truck makes is all going to be dependent on the owner and the actual driver. The thing that I will tell you guys again, YouTube makes a lot of false expectations behind people. There's a lot of people who claim, their cost per mile is $2 per mile. When we get that in a box truck and your cost per mile is $2 per mile, we evaluate all your numbers to see where you can cut cost at. If your cost is at $2 a mile before you can make a profit, you're not going to be in business very long. Your expenses are way too high. You need to reevaluate it and look and see where you can cut costs at and see if it's even worth it. I will tell you guys right now that the rates you're not getting home run rates for a box truck. You can, depending on your broker relationships, but they're not all going to be like that. Every load will not be a home run. It's about averages. I will say that again. Your expectations will be false if you think that every load will be a home run load, and it will not be. It's about being strategic with a box truck, being creative with a box truck, and knowing your markets and knowing where to go, when to run Amazon. I will share some other things with you guys in another video that I've found that's been proven to work, and I'll show you numbers. I will never show you guys what it is that we make. However, I will show you the numbers of what we spent. I will prove to you guys, our year, we ran box trucks for a year under the SJH Logistics carrier name, running 3 box trucks, and our expenses when we just, worked with our accountant to file taxes was $288,000 that we spent, with payroll and fuel and hotels and everything. I will tell you that, it's ways that we could have cut that. It was a learning experience, and that's why I'm providing these videos to you guys. I'm not just giving you this because I thought about it and I figured that it would work. I'm only telling you what happened for us, what works for us, and what makes us successful. So again, this our team. We trying to grow the channel. All right. So scroll back down. Supplemental pay types offered: layover pay, detention pay. Those are things that we're going to negotiate for them. Extra stop pay. If this was flatbeds or anything like that, we would have TARP pay and things like that. But these are going to be the things that we actually offer. You can actually decide what it is that you offer, and you actually can get that there. These are just typical dispatch negotiations that you will have. And then, we just make sure that it's there. So we want to make sure that they have that, right? We don't provide any paid time off or anything. This is a contractor. This is not going to be a W-2, but we do offer a referral program. So we're going to move that. Again, you're the owner, you're the boss, you select these. Let's get through it, save and continue. Now here it is, job description. This is where OpenAI comes in. I can sit here and type this, but I'm one of them type of people too, is I'm not good with speaking on myself. So I'm gonna show you guys how to get a lot of work done and get this done quick. We're gonna use a prompt for ChatGPT. I'm gonna speed this up. Act as an expert logistics freight dispatcher that's recruiting looking to partner with owner operators of 26-foot box truck. Right and Indeed job description for JH Logistics. Rewriting tool, because I'm never going to give anything straight from ChatGTP to the internet. I want to actually go through and I want to kind of look through it. So here's my posting, right? So here's the thing with Quillbot, it only covers a certain amount of words per request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. I think it's like 112 or something like that. We'll see. It is, we'll see when I do this. Bam. So it's 125. So I'll take this one out right here. And how I want them to phrase it, I want the fluency here. This is going to be free. Bam. This will rewrite it here for me. I'm going to just copy this. And then my job description, I'm going to jump over right here and I'm going to paste it. So that's the first part, right? And then I'm big on spelling. We're going to jump there. You guys, please forgive me. My kid has company over, so you guys may hear some screaming or something like that, but it's my kids. So here we go. I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm going to take this one first. Let's take these two. All right, and then we're going to throw this in Quillbot as well. I'll speed up the video so you guys ain't being held up in there. And then, like I said, what I'm going to do, that's not right. All right. I didn't copy all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this. I'm going to make this video a series, and I'll release this, before Monday. Today is Friday, so if you guys see me release this, that means I still rock with y'all because I was actually supposed to be logging off, and I've been on here since 7. But because we're dealing with the box trucks and I got love for the box trucks, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all this information. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to grab this one. And see, this one I don't got to put in Quillbot because this is just giving them a list of what they need. And then we'll jump right here and get that last part. And then what I'm going to do is add. So I'm going to let's see if this works. Rewrite the last section to include the contact number. 248-712-3139. Y'all stay with me. Say agent. And let's see if it rewrite it. And bam, look at ChatGTP. It jumped in there, picked that last part up. It rewrote it, and I'm not even going to Quillbot this one. I'm just going to take this one and copy it, and I'm going to throw it in there. So there we go. I got a whole job description, guys. I forgot the I. So make sure you double check it and you're reading it. All right, and speak with one of our agents. So this is here, right? I am not going to add the photos right now. So we're going to hit save and continue. Would you like people to submit a resume? I say yes. Reason I'll tell you why. That's why I'm covering this. Indeed will block out a lot of times if they do the Indeed resume, it'll block out their email. It'll just be an Indeed email, or you can call them from the app, which I've been doing today. Is you just hit call. It'll give you a number. You dial that number. You put the pin in, and then it'll screen you and send you over to the person's number. But they won't provide you with their number a lot of times. If they have a resume, they'll put the resume up, and then they'll have on that resume, they'll have their phone number and their email address. I'll give you guys an example. So these are resumes here, and you can see that, bam, they'll put the email. I'll just move because I don't want you guys to see it, but it's an email there. They'll have it there, and you can go ahead and pull that up. So I'm going to say yes because I want to do that, and I understand that is a way for me to be able to get out and reach out to these warm leads. So I want to be able to reach out to them. People with the criminal record are encouraged to apply. Yes, we show love to the felons. Everybody deserves a second chance. If you're a felon and you're in logistics and you had a wrong way your life went, and now you're getting your life together, salute to you. Let's go. Get with me. Book a consultation. Get a free ebook. It's $30 to get a consultation. You get me on the phone and we'll get you together. So they got that, right? Criminal record apply. This is where I want the email to go to. You'll put your email here, right? They can send an individual email each time someone applies. I have this because I'm so busy, so I forget to come check this, right? Let potential carriers call you directly. I will not do that because you'll get a lot of spam. Okay. So I'm just letting let you guys know that. So bear with me too. I'll just use a template once I do it. So I want to go over this for you guys. We're doing this live. Message settings. Do we want to let them start a conversation? Yes. Employer insist. I don't want that. Right. I say 1 to 2 weeks, or you can change this to where you want to 1 to 3 days, however you want to do it. I'm going to do 1 to 2 weeks. Save and continue. Here we go. I got my job description. I've put all of my details in here. It's good to go. You can add your photos and everything. I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to follow this. So my suggestion is that you add your photos in here, right? You know what? Let's do this. There go my photos right here. So I'm going to drop these, and then shout out to King of Logistics. You see him right here. You see Tasha, you know, good looking. We're going to take that. And then you can add a description, services office. And then here I will put logo. Just put whatever you want to put, updated. Bam, I added my photos, y'all. Let's go. We draw photos in there. Real quick, side note, I keep going off the subject. Let's do this. If you need a logo, you need the flyer done, comment at the bottom flyer, and I'll give you a contact to somebody in Fiverr that's going to do this for you for very, very cheap. I won't say, but it'll be, you know, probably the cost of something you wouldn't even miss. So we'll get you together with that. So contact us on that. So I got the pictures, I got the photos there, apply method, email. You can look through this stuff. These are my settings. These are the things that I just went over. I'm not going to hold you guys up. We got that there. We're going to get to the good part. We're going to confirm it. So now we're going to add some qualifications, right? Counseling, I want to say nice to have. Customer service, must have. CDLA, this is a box truck. I'm going to take that out of there. Air brake endorsement, they don't got to have that, but a commercial driving skill, I will add. These are just the things that I'm going to go with that are defaulted, right? And what you can add more things here. I'll cover this when we cover, you know, doing for a 53 foot, making a posting for a reefer, making a posting for a flatbed. Let's start with the box trucks. Remember, I have no money to start this. So we're going to take this here. I'm going to hit save and continue. Right? Sorry, my calendar is going on. 1 year of commercial driving experience. I'm going to ask that they have that, or just find out if they have it. The other questions that I want to put here, I'm going to take the CDLA off of here. And are you authorized to work in the United States? That's what I need. I can actually set for a pre-recorded phone screen. I'm not going to do that. We're trying to keep it free, right? Continue. Guys, I feel like this video way too long. If you stay with me to the end, tap in with me, man. I probably got something for you. Receive applications, right? So we can do this. This is where it gets tricky. I'm going to do this slow. Look at this. I just told you I ain't got no money if I'm starting out, right? So what we're going to do is, it's very important that you pay attention here. And we're going to review applications until I pause or close my job. Post without a budget, right? I'm going to put that there. Oh, like add a label. Nope, when I took it out. Post without a budget. They're going to recommend that I want to sponsor it. I'm not. Continue without a budget. And we will get this job that will show it. We'll post here shortly. So you set your account up. This is going to bring you carriers. I'm always big with showing you proof. I just did this post March the 14th. And March the 14th, I had 10 people apply. I've contacted these people because I have a warm lead that we contact these people and we contact them. I also have a marketing video that I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover on how you're going to get carriers. You have to be able to run your business as a business. This is not a hustle. This is a legitimate company. My company is literally a legitimate setup company. I also have a clothing printing company, Perfectly Flawed Clothing LLC. You guys are more than welcome to look that up. We cover printing for different things, but we are changing our carrier side. SJH will remain our dispatch side, so we will update you guys on that. Our new carrier side will be hauling and moving product. We will give you guys that actual logo and everything there as well. So we've actually made that posting. We posted it without a job. And like I said, I've had 10 people apply for this owner operator for a box truck, that remote. And that has been since the 14th. Today is the 17th. So let's say 3 days, right? But I also have me and one of my other team members, we actually use the same Indeed account. But you can actually see here It's just going to go by how you're doing it. I've had 12 people that went here. These are 18 people with this contractor. This is what a lot of this is. And this is not counting the jobs that I've closed. These are just all my open jobs. So we're looking at it. I have 10 carriers here, one here. This one I had to redo it. So that's why it's only one person there. So that's 11, 23, 27, and then you got the other 18 carriers. These are all warm leads that we're going to be calling. So this is not cold calling. This is not cold emailing, cold texting. These people are all coming to me looking for that service. So this is how you're going to start it out. Looking for a box truck. We're saying that I'm starting out as a dispatcher from day one. I need to get to the money. I need to get it going real quick. So we're going to actually follow this actual posting, and I'm actually going to call you. I'm actually going to call these people that are going to apply, and I'm going to call them on camera, and we're going to cover it all on this, man. So next week, starting March 20th, 2023, we'll be releasing a video every day of the work week. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm trying to build this team. We just used 2 actual AI programs to actually build that job, and that's ChatGTP, and that is the Quillbot. You know, shout out to everybody that watch my videos on a regular. And I know that we have a very small channel and we build. And again, this for me is a humbling experience, being able to build this channel, being able to grow, but also being able to partner with people and make money and show people how to build their company and making everything bigger. So again, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. SJH Miles. This is going to be the first video. Pardon me if it's all over the place. It's my first time doing it. Finding Carrier series as a new dispatcher. People don't cover it. I'm going to show you what worked for me. I'm not an expert. I do have a lot of background in logistics. I have a lot of background in coding. I'm a self-taught coder. So like I said, my thing is that I'm good at running businesses. I have, you know, a degree in business. This is what I like to do. But finding a way to make business better and resolving issues. So again, man, SJH Miles, we are accepting 5 box truck carriers on under my company. So I have a team of dispatchers. You actually will get a call from me if you have a box truck you're looking to go over the road. We are accepting 5 box truck carriers. Dispatch at sjhlogistics.net or 248-712-3139. Say agent. We're also looking for carriers that have flatbed or step deck and reefer carriers as well. Right now, our capacity is full as far as dry van. We don't have any capacity for that, but we are looking for reefers and flatbeds or step decks, and we are accepting 5 box truck carriers. So tap in with us, man, sjhlogistics.net. You know, get with us, and you know, we got some things coming, new app, new everything coming, man. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in.